Good morning, everyone. I'm in the garden this morning working on a sweet potato bed, and as usual I have my challenges. You probably will be able to hear my frog over there in the frog pond too as I talk this morning. I'm getting over a cold, at least I think it's a cold, and I'm not talking very well this morning, but hopefully you can understand me. If you've seen my past videos recently, you know that I'm trying new things in the garden for us. We've gardened most of our lives, and most of the time we worked with mulch and tillage. I'm trying to get away from both of those things now, and it's a challenge to learn how something different is going to work for us. So I'm trying to work with no-till and cover crops. So this is an area that had the cover crop in it last winter, and I've cut that down, and now I want to plant sweet potatoes. So this morning I look at it and I'm thinking, well, how am I going to do that? Sweet potatoes like a deep soil to grow in, to grow well. And I thought about getting out my tiller, thinking that, well, I just really need that this morning. But then the words come to me, you can't hit high if you aim low. If you want to go no-till, it won't work if you keep tilling. So I decided to work with what I have, and this morning I've been digging up this bed with my shovel here. I don't have a broad fork, so I'm just using this, and it goes in very well, loosens up the soil. So that's what I intend to put my sweet potatoes in, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, I think this row is ready for potatoes now, and I want to explain again why I want to get away from no-till and from mulching. Tillage, as we hear others teach us, disturbs the soil life, and soil life is critical to healthy soil. So, I want to disturb the soil life as little as possible. Also, if I till the soil, I know it's going to dry out quicker, and that won't be good for my plants. And then about the mulch, we don't have mulch from our farm. We do gather a few leaves in the wintertime to use, but I don't have nearly enough for everything. So mulch purchased off the farm. I'm concerned about what's in it and about putting that on my gardens. So we decided to try to stop doing that. So that's why we're trying these new methods and trying to work through the difficulties of learning how to best work with them in our situation. But if we stick with it, I think it will eventually work out good. So these are sweet potato plants that I grew from last year's sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are extremely efficient because you can grow your own plants, so that doesn't cost anything. You can keep them all winter long. You don't have to process them, and they'll keep just fine, and they're very nutritious. I planted 4 neck pumpkins here the other day next to the sweet potato bed. And then on this side of the sweet potato bed, I want to show you another one of our challenges this year with this system. This is Cherokee purple tomatoes that I planted a few weeks ago. They're living, but they're not thriving. They do have a few tomatoes on them, but they don't look nearly as good as my tomatoes usually look. Now this sweet corn here looks fairly good now. I planted it amongst mammoth red clover, thinking that the red clover would add nitrogen and help the corn to grow. But I discovered that the corn looked pretty yellow for quite a while, so I have fertilized it with organic fertilizer 2 times, and it looks better now than it did. Peppers I planted several weeks ago after our last frost, and you can tell they certainly are not thriving either. So that's been a disappointment, but still I intend to stick with it and to try to determine what I can tweak to make this work better, because I know it does work well for some people. And recently I harvested the garlic from here, and I put in some more sweet corn and 3 watermelon plants there. And then next to that is my biggest disappointment of all this year. This is my Health Kick tomatoes. And if you look back on my videos, you will see how well I have always done with Health Kick tomatoes. Well, these, I've never had tomatoes look this bad. And I'm debating on whether to try to let them grow or just take them out, because they look so poor. I don't think it's worth spending all the time to try to stake them up. But I haven't decided for sure yet. And I intend to plant some more seed, grow some more plants, and plant some late tomatoes in the garden. So if at first you don't succeed, try again. And we learn from our successes and we learn from our failures. And that's what I'm hoping to also help you with. We all learn from each other, and if you can learn from some of our successes or some of our failures, then that will be a good thing. These are the potatoes that I showed you in an earlier video, how that I planted those amongst the cover crop, and they're coming along fairly well. I'm thinking they don't look quite as hardy as they could, but it's not bad. You can see we've got a cloudy day today, and we're expected to have rain and storms this afternoon. Larry's gone to pick up a new billy for us and bring back, so hope the weather's not too bad for loading and unloading a new billy. Okay, Larry's back with our new billy. And he is called Spot. Hey, Spot. Yeah, you got a new home. Well, you're a big boy. And this is the first time I saw Spot, too. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. You're gonna be okay, aren't you? I feel it's starting to sprinkle rain, so I'm going to get this camera in the house. And I thank each of you for watching, and I hope you have a great day and a great gardening season.